Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. If my voice sounds a little bit different, it's because I am actually recording this out in my car. I am away from my usual microphone setup, but I really wanted to come on and connect with all of you to make a short video with a few updates regarding what is going on right now with twin flames collectively on the planet, as well as sharing a bit of information about the twin flame magnetic poling effect. And the reason that these two things are relevant, what's happening collectively on the planet is relevant to this magnetic poling, is because we are at a point in time collectively as twin flames where there are many people who hold the desire to release this connection. We have, especially collectively as divine feminines, reached a point in our evolution of consciousness, in the raising of our vibration, our frequency, that for a group of divine feminines on a certain wave and timeline, there is this almost unwanted loudness of the twin flame connection at this time. There has been a raising of consciousness, a raising of vibration for the collective divine feminines for many years now in our current wave of evolution. And for many divine feminines, there has been this sort of breaking point or tipping point where they have been aligning with very high vibrational timelines that are beginning to manifest in a lot of the beginnings of authentic abundance, whatever that looks like for you. This could be the abundance of happy, positive connections. This could be abundance materially or financially. This could be moving into a more abundant state of being more free-flowing, more present in the moment with yourself, with your body. Whatever the case is, these things are beginning to, I wanted to say to sprout, because for many of us, they aren't fully manifested, but they're really beginning to take root. Whereas for the divine masculine polarity, the word that really came out is crisis mode. Many of them, especially through the accelerated raising of the frequency for divine feminines, many divine masculines have been catalyzed. They have been pushed into the heart of their ego death experience as parts of their spiritual awakening. However, because the masculine energy tends to move a lot more slowly, I often compare it to molasses. And the reason for this slowness of the energy movement for masculines is simply because of the fact that the masculine polarity moves from the root chakra up to the heart. And these chakra centers tend to vibrate more slowly. In contrast to this, the divine feminine moves from the crown chakra down to the heart. And of course, the two polarities meet at the heart space. Now, what many divine feminines are experiencing is that because they are naturally in this faster moving energetic space, their spiritual awakening for many divine feminines has happened more quickly. So this means they've gone through a very intense awakening experience, beginning at the crown chakra, moving all the way down through the crown, the third eye, the throat. And actually, many divine feminines have recently gone through an intensified throat chakra activation. This really reached a peak over the summer and into the beginning of the fall, but has been building throughout the last year and a half, especially for our current collective wave of twin flames. And so as this throat chakra activation has pushed that energy to the heart center, it's kind of as though the divine feminines have found themselves, my throat chakra. As I'm talking about throat chakra clearing, of course, I had a cold about a week ago and my throat chakra is still acting up a little bit. But we've had this push as divine feminines, this push of energy from the throat chakra to the heart center. So what many of us have found are strange heart sensations. You may have had heart fluttering, palpitations. You may have felt really emotional recently. In fact, some of these emotions coming to the surface, you might actually label as negative. But the thing is, what's really happening is the energy has pushed itself from the crown chakra down through the third eye, through the throat. Now it's sort of sitting, not so much sitting because that implies stagnancy, but really swirling like a tornado at the heart space, clearing out any emotional baggage, any deep-seated heart chakra wounding that needs to come to the surface. And that is why for so many divine feminines, there's been this increase in emotionality. Many of us have felt as though we are breaking open with emotion, sometimes not even really knowing the source of that emotion. Now, for many divine feminines, especially those of you on a twin flame path, if you have had a feeling as though you are waiting on your masculine or getting impatient, feeling like you're waiting on something, know that this is because you have pushed that energy all the way down from the crown to the heart. And so that energy is sort of sitting there swirling, creating this whirlwind of emotion, really clearing out the heart space. But at the same time, that feeling of waiting is your awareness that your divine masculine counterpart, that the masculine polarity is still slowly working through those lower chakra centers. So whereas from a 3D perspective, we're really using 3D language because, of course, there is no time at an energetic level. So when we talk about energy moving more quickly or more slowly or things happening faster or slower, we're really talking from a human perspective here. But from a human perspective, it feels as though the divine feminine has awakened more quickly, whereas the masculine is still catching up to this awakening process. So the masculines, for the most part, are in the depths of that ego death experience. So much in the life of the divine masculine has been crumbling at a rate that is much faster than many of them are comfortable with or accustomed to. So the masculines have been slowly, again, like that molasses energy, moving up the root chakra, through the sacral, through the solar plexus. And in fact, many masculines right now are at that solar plexus kind of region. That's where the energy is at. It is shifting their sense of self-confidence. So what does this mean for the masculines? Well, this might sound really nice and very positive. And from a higher self perspective, of course, this shift in the solar plexus is positive. But right now, many divine masculines are experiencing this really intensely. I heard sleeplessness. So many of them are having difficulty sleeping. Many of them are worried, feeling anxiety about certain aspects and facets of their 3D life, their current reality that are being crumbled. Because the thing about shifting the solar plexus energy is that in order to build that strong solar plexus, that seat of authentic core confidence that comes from a strong connection to the gut, which is really connected with the intuition, that is built from a strong foundation. In order for that to happen, there actually first has to be a total deconstruction and destruction of every aspect and element and facet of one's life that is out of alignment with that true, authentic core frequency. So whereas many divine masculines in the past may have actually projected this artificial thing that looked like confidence, it wasn't really confidence. It was this illusion created by the ego that presented itself as confidence in the workplace, in romantic relationships, in their personal or social life. But beneath that, I just keep seeing like a false wall. It was like a false wall of confidence. It wasn't really something that could withstand true storms, the true test of time, because it wasn't really authentic, soul deep, core deep confidence. What the divine feminine energy has done, whether this has happened through conscious interactions between the twin flames, or whether it's just been the collective push that the divine feminine has given the divine masculine by stepping into her own power, her own voice, her own confidence, regardless of how it happened for individual masculines, what's going on is there's been this push to completely destroy. It's like a whirlwind of destruction in their life when it comes to anything about their life that is actually out of alignment with who they came here to be, with essentially their authentic core soul frequency, which is connected with, of course, yours, divine feminine. You mirror this core soul frequency as twin flames. So I'm also getting a message for someone. If you ever feel as though as a divine feminine, you and your divine masculine are just missing each other, that you aren't quite communicating, that you aren't quite connecting, know that very often this is because the divine, his spirit guides, his higher self have put him under construction, so to speak. They've created this kind of barrier around him to slow down his physical 3D life, even 3D interactions between the two of you. I actually refer to these as twin flame timeouts. It's very common for twin flames to have periods of time where things actually appear very stagnant or stuck in the physical world. And in fact, very often these so-called twin flame timeouts are divinely orchestrated to allow greater focus on the intrinsic, powerful, intense shifts, changes, upgrades happening within one's own energy field and within the shared energy field of two twin flame counterparts. If you would like to read more on twin flame timeouts, I actually have a post on this on my Instagram account. So you can check that out on my Instagram, which is @magnetizeyourself. But I'm picking up that during this, I keep hearing it being called divine destruction or divine deconstruction of everything about the divine masculine that was out of alignment with his true authentic self, manifested from that true core soul frequency. I'm getting that during this time, you might actually find that you are connecting less in the physical world, or you might feel as though, I keep seeing two people like talking over each other or kind of missing each other, trying to communicate, but not quite fully clicking or fully being able to communicate with each other in the physical world. Now, of course, this could go for you and your twin flame if you're in separation. This could go for if you haven't spoken in years. This could go for if you communicate via phone, text, social media, all the way through twin flames that are in union. I feel that most twin flames collectively are feeling these, I'm hearing blips, these communication blocks, this miscommunication happening on some level. And again, this has to do with the divine masculine being divinely put under construction, so to speak, to allow this very intense shifting, which I really wanted to call a solidification, happening through his solar plexus chakra. So this has been a very interesting video. I don't typically do these types of informal energy updates. Do let me know if you enjoyed this. If so, I would love to hear from you in the comments under the video. Also, if you are interested in a powerful tool to assist you in really clearing out some of these blockages we've been talking about through some of the chakra centers, holding that very high vibrational frequency of unconditional love, which really is the most powerful frequency on the planet. This unconditionally loving frequency is highly, highly magnetic, not just for twin flames, although absolutely, yes, it is magnetic within twin flame connection, but also within our lives generally. Unconditional love is a kind of magnetic energy that has the power to really surround us with this force field of magnetism that can really attract back to us positive experiences, interactions from strangers, from our daily life, from our work, from our business endeavors, whatever the case may be. So because of the power of this unconditionally loving frequency, I've created a subliminal meditation track to really assist you in holding that vibration and beginning to attract back a lot of that love and those positive experiences and interactions into your life. This love magnetism subliminal works through each of the 7 chakra centers and uproots and clears out any potential love blockages you might be holding in any of these energy centers in the energy body. Simultaneously, it works deeply on the subconscious mind. It contains unconscious affirmations that actually bypass the conscious filter of the mind and reprogram the subconscious mind for creating this magnetic effect that attracts back to you the love you desire and deserve in life. Now, this can be used to attract a deepened or more fulfilling connection from a specific person or within a specific connection, such as your twin flame connection. But equally, it can also be used in general to simply attract more love and connection in your life generally. So this is available through my Patreon page, which is linked in the pinned comment and description box under the video. Otherwise, I am wishing you a beautiful, magical rest of your day. Thank you for tuning in, and I will talk to you again in the next video.